details of Cyrus's death vary by account. Ctesias in his Persica has the longest account, which says Cyrus met his death while putting down resistance from the Derbyshire infantry, aided by other Scythian archers and cavalry, plus Indians and their war elephants. According to him, this event took place northeast of the headwaters of the Syr Darya. The account of Herodotus from his histories provides the second longest detail, in which Cyrus met his fate in a fierce battle with the Massagetae, a Scythian tribal confederation from the southern deserts of Khwarezm and Kizilkum in the southernmost portion of the Eurasian steppe regions of modern-day Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, following the advice of Croesus to attack them in their own territory. The Massagetae were related to the Scythians in their dress and mode of living. They fought on horseback and on foot. In order to acquire her realm, Cyrus first sent an offer of marriage to their ruler, the Empress Tomyris, a proposal she rejected. He then commenced his attempt to take Massagetae territory by force, beginning by building bridges and towered warboats along his side of the river Oxus, or Amu Darya, which separated them. Sending him a warning to cease his encroachment, Tomyris challenged him to meet her forces in honorable warfare, inviting him to a location in her country a day's march from the river, where their two armies would formally engage each other. He accepted her offer, but learning that the Massagetae were unfamiliar with wine and its intoxicating effects, he set up and then left camp with plenty of it behind, taking his best soldiers with him and leaving the least capable ones. The general of Tomyris's army, Spargapises, who was also her son, and a third of the Massagettian troops killed the group Cyrus had left there and, finding the camp well stocked with food and the wine, unwittingly drank themselves into inebriation, diminishing their capability to defend themselves when they were then overtaken by a surprise attack. They were successfully defeated, and although he was taken prisoner, Spargapises committed suicide once he regained sobriety. Upon learning of what had transpired, Tomyris denounced Cyrus's tactics as underhanded and swore vengeance, leading a second wave of troops into battle herself. Cyrus the Great was ultimately killed, and his forces suffered massive casualties in what Herodotus referred to as the fiercest battle of his career in the ancient world. When it was over, Tomyris ordered the body of Cyrus brought to her, then decapitated him and dipped his head in a vessel of blood in a symbolic gesture of revenge for his bloodlust and the death of her son. However, some scholars question this version, mostly because even Herodotus admits this event was one of many versions of Cyrus's death that he heard from a supposedly reliable source who told him no one was there to see the aftermath. Herodotus also recounts that Cyrus saw in his sleep the oldest son of Hystaspes, Darius I, with wings upon his shoulders, shadowing with the one wing Asia and with the other wing Europe. Archaeologist Sir Max Mallowan explains this statement by Herodotus and its connection with the four-winged bas-relief figure of Cyrus the Great in the following way. Herodotus, therefore, as I surmise, may have known of the close connection between this type of winged figure and the image of Iranian majesty, which he associated with a dream prognosticating the king's death before his last fatal campaign across the Oxus. Muhammad Dandamayev says that Persians may have taken Cyrus's body back from the Massagetae, unlike what Herodotus claimed. According to the Chronicle of Michael the Syrian, Cyrus was killed by his wife Tomyris, queen of the Massagetae, in the 60th year of Jewish captivity. An alternative account from Xenophon's Cyropedia contradicts the others, claiming that Cyrus died peacefully at his capital. The final version of Cyrus's death comes from Berossus, who only reports that Cyrus met his death while warring against the Dahai archers northwest of the headwaters of the Syr Darya.